Hello everyone, I'm meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 9 a.m. news and weather updates from the First Alert Desk. Now, 3 people are behind bars after a disturbance at a local elementary school. The Sheriff's Office says it started as a verbal altercation yesterday afternoon and escalated to the point where law enforcement was called to intervene. A temporary lockdown was issued, but officials say no one was hurt. The adults, 43-year-old Jameel Blunt, 33-year-old Ariel Rodriguez, and 44-year-old LaSherry Sutton, were charged with disorderly conduct on school property. The teen who was charged, a 16-year-old, will face charges for disorderly conduct in a school. Now, officials say everyone charged is from Deep Run. Sutton got a $1,000 secured bond, while Blunt and Rodriguez received no bond due to being on pretrial release, according to officials. Now, a press release says the 16-year-old got a juvenile petition and was released to an adult. And now we want to turn our attention back to the horrendous attack on Israeli embassy staffers in Washington. NBC's Alice Barr has more.
In the aftermath of the deadly shooting of 2 Israeli embassy staff members outside the Capitol Jewish Museum, shock is giving way to grief for the young couple killed, 30-year-old Yaron Lashinsky and 26-year-old Sarah Milgram.
She was as close to perfect as any human could be.
Sarah's father recalling her love of learning and her desire for peace, including a recent summer job.
The purpose of the organization was to bring young Palestinians and young Israelis together.
A bright future cut short by a bullet. Investigators say fired by this man, 31-year-old Elias Rodriguez.
Both an act of terror and directed violence against the Jewish community, and it has the full and unwavering attention of the FBI.
Witnesses say Rodriguez walked into the museum after the shooting, mistaken for an innocent bystander for several minutes until police arrived.
He walked right up to them. He turned himself in and said, I did this for Gaza. And then he started his chants of free Palestine.
Rodriguez now faces multiple charges, including first-degree murder and murder of foreign officials. FBI agents searched his Chicago apartment and are investigating what could be his online writings. Top officials from Capitol Hill to President Trump to Israel's prime minister condemning the attack, as those closest to the couple who were on the verge of getting engaged are left grappling with an enormous loss.
We have great memories, but the future is gone.
Hoping now for justice and peace. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Thank you very much, Alice, for that report. We now turn our attention to your weather forecast. We had a few showers just miss parts of eastern North Carolina just a few hours ago. Right now, you can see those showers off the coast of Cape Lookout. From here on out, we're looking again at a dry day. Nothing but sunny skies in our future for today. Again, models did have some rain showers near the coast at this hour. Again, we know where those showers are as we speak, again, off the coast. So again, moving forward, seeing again more sunshine roll into the afternoon gives us a pretty high level of confidence that yeah, we're looking at sunny skies for the tail end of your Friday. Will be cooler though. Winds out of the northwest, well, really west-northwest today, going to help bring in cooler and drier air. Now, as we head through tomorrow, we will again maintain mostly sunny skies, but eventually we will start to see air temperatures and humidity start to come back up again. Maybe seeing a few stray showers late Saturday night, but most of us again are going to be rain-free on Saturday. On Sunday, we'll see a slightly higher chance of maybe a little bit of rain, but it's really Monday into Tuesday, Memorial Day, and the day after that we will see those rain chances really start to climb up. Speaking of climbing up, air temperatures going to be doing so at a very slow pace today. Right now, we've got mid-60s to upper 60s throughout most of the area. Still looking at the low 60s for those of you watching closer to the Virginia line, whereas those of you near the Crystal Coast and the Outer Banks between Hatteras and Ocracoke, you're more in the low 70s. Do want to say good morning to William Harris. Thank you so much for joining me over on Facebook. As far as, again, where we've been over the past 24 hours, we've actually, again, continued to see air temperatures fall. Today will be a noticeably cooler day than yesterday. Air temperatures going to be approximately 7 to 10 degrees cooler than where we were yesterday afternoon. Now, humidity has also come down, but that came down in a big way yesterday. Today, again, still feeling that big change from yesterday morning, but through the day yesterday, again, dew points gradually came down thanks to the northwesterly winds that are very much still in place. And in fact, these winds are going to be getting stronger as we head into the afternoon, picking up speed, getting up to around 10 to 15 miles an hour later on today. Maybe even higher than that for some areas closer to the water. Could see upwards around 20-mile-an-hour sustained winds. Then we'll get into Saturday and we'll maintain, again, more of a west-northwesterly breeze, but likely going to start to see air temperatures climb a bit as we are going to be exposed to a little bit more sunshine coming up on Saturday. So let's take you through what we've got for tomorrow morning. Low 50s to mid 50s to start your day. That will help keep that humidity down throughout the area tomorrow. Going to be a great start to the day. Again, very cool, very spring-like. You wouldn't think that summer is right around the corner with air temperatures in the low to mid 50s, but in the afternoon, we'll be back in the mid to upper 70s, still cooler than our seasonal average. Normal this time of year for most of eastern North Carolina is between around 81 to around 84 degrees, so kind of low to mid 80s range. Tomorrow afternoon, we'll be a little bit closer to that range than where we're going to be today, but still ending up a little bit shy of the low to mid 80s, ending up in the upper 70s between 2, 3, 4, and 5 p.m. I'll start to cool back down as we head towards 6 and 7 p.m. at night. But overall, again, a very comfortable start to the weekend. We will see more rain showers return to the forecast, more so late Sunday and then again Monday and Tuesday. For now, though, those rain chances next week will certainly start to do us some favors as they bring in more of an off and on type rain pattern, allowing our ground to soak up as much as it needs. There are still, again, pockets of drought across eastern North Carolina, so seeing again a fairly damp week coming up next week is encouraging. Hopefully gets us all back on track. Well, that's all we have time for today's 9 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, I hope you all have a great Friday.
This hour of the WITN First Alert Desk is sponsored by ENC Pirate.